If you are ambitious but lazy, don't fail to watch this video. The tragedy of life is not that we run out of time, but that we waste it on the altar of procrastination, when the fire of ambition burns within us. Adapted from Henry David Thoreau, The Spark You've Been Waiting For. Pause for a moment. Feel that fire in your chest, the one that whispers dreams of greatness, of building something extraordinary, of leaving a legacy that echoes beyond your years. You know you're ambitious. You see the vision, the business you'll start, the book you'll write, the life you'll create. But then nothing. The fire flickers. You scroll through your phone, binge another series, or tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? If you're ambitious but feel trapped by laziness, this video isn't just for you. It's your wake-up call, your divine appointment with destiny. Laziness isn't your enemy. It's a signal, a cry from your soul begging for alignment. Today, we're not here to shame you or lecture you. We're here to unravel the mystery of why you stall, to ignite your spirit, and to hand you the keys to a life where ambition and action dance in harmony. By the end of this video, you'll see laziness not as a flaw, but as a sacred invitation to reconnect with your higher purpose. You'll walk away with revelations that shift your mindset, practical steps to break free, and a fire in your soul that no excuse can extinguish. Stay with me. This is the moment you stop betraying your potential and start living the life you were born for. Introduction: The Paradox of Ambition and Inaction. Welcome, beautiful soul, to a journey of transformation. You're here because you're caught in a paradox. Your heart burns with ambition, yet your body refuses to move. You dream of scaling mountains, but you're stuck at the base, scrolling, stalling, or overthinking. This isn't just procrastination, it's a spiritual disconnect, a misalignment between your soul's calling and your daily choices. But here's the truth: you're not broken. You're not lazy in the way you think. You're a divine being temporarily lost in the fog of modern distractions. And today, we're clearing that fog together. This video is a deep dive into the heart of ambition and the illusion of laziness. We'll explore why you feel stuck, uncover the spiritual roots of your inaction, and arm you with tools to bridge the gap between dreaming and doing. Expect stories that mirror your struggles, wisdom that sparks revelation, and a message that leaves you empowered to act. This isn't about hustle culture or grinding until you burn out. It's about aligning your ambition with your soul's purpose, so action flows effortlessly, like a river finding its path. Let's begin by reframing laziness. It's not a character flaw, it's a signpost. It's your soul saying, something's off. Maybe you're chasing goals that don't align with your true self. Maybe fear is masquerading as laziness, whispering lies about failure or unworthiness. Or maybe you're spiritually depleted, running on empty in a world that demands constant output. Whatever the cause, you're here now, and that's a victory. You're ready to listen, to grow, and to step into the version of yourself who doesn't just dream, but does. Let's dive in. Section 1. The Spiritual Roots of Laziness. Laziness isn't just a habit, it's a spiritual signal. To understand it, we must go deeper than surface-level fixes like to-do lists or productivity hacks. Your soul is a spark of the divine, created to create, to love, to expand. When you feel lazy, it's often because your actions, or lack thereof, aren't aligned with that divine spark. Imagine a river blocked by debris. The water doesn't stop being powerful. It's just stuck. Your ambition is that river, and laziness is the debris we're about to clear. Spiritually, laziness can stem from 3 roots: disconnection, fear, or misalignment. First, disconnection happens when you're cut off from your higher self, the part of you that knows your purpose. Modern life, with its endless notifications and noise, pulls you away from stillness, where your soul speaks. Without that connection, you drift, filling time with distractions instead of meaningful action. Second, fear often disguises itself as laziness. You might avoid starting that project because, deep down, you're afraid of failing, of being judged, or of discovering you're not enough. This isn't laziness, it's self-protection. Your soul is shielding you from pain, but in doing so, it keeps you from growth. Third, misalignment occurs when your ambitions don't match your true calling. You might be chasing a career or goal because society says it's successful, but if it doesn't resonate with your soul, your spirit resists. That resistance feels like laziness, but it's your inner wisdom saying, this isn't your path. Here's the revelation. Laziness is a gift. It's your soul's way of pausing, urging you to reflect and realign. The question isn't how do I stop being lazy, but what is my soul trying to tell me? Take a moment. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding and why? The answer might surprise you. It might be fear, a misaligned goal, or a need for spiritual renewal. Whatever it is, honor it. This is where transformation begins. Section 2. The myth of motivation. We've been sold a lie that motivation is the key to action. You've probably waited for that perfect moment when inspiration strikes, when you feel unstoppable. But here's the truth. Motivation is fleeting. It's like a butterfly, beautiful but unreliable. If you wait for motivation to act, you'll spend most of your life waiting. The ambitious but lazy person often falls into this trap. You think, once I feel motivated, I'll start. But action creates motivation, not the other way around. Think of a fire. You don't wait for it to blaze before adding wood. You stack the logs, strike the match, and fan the flames. Your actions are the spark, and momentum is the blaze. Spiritually, this ties to trust. Taking action, even when you don't feel ready, is an act of faith in your divine purpose. The universe responds to movement. When you take one step, the path unfolds. The Bhagavad Gita says, perform your duty without attachment to results. This means act, not because you're certain of success, but because action is your soul's expression. So, how do you break the motivation myth? Start small. Choose one tiny action. Write one sentence, take a 5-minute walk, or meditate for 2 minutes. These micro-actions bypass the overwhelm that fuels laziness. They tell your brain, I'm capable, and build a cycle of action and reward. Over time, these small steps compound into massive change. Reflect. What's one small action you can take today toward your ambition? Don't overthink it. Do it now, and notice how your energy shifts. This is the beginning of rewriting your story. Section 3. Reconnecting with your higher self. At the heart of overcoming laziness lies reconnection with your higher self, the eternal, wise part of you that knows your purpose. When you're disconnected, you feel adrift, filling time with distractions because nothing feels meaningful. Reconnection is the antidote, and it starts with stillness. In our fast-paced world, stillness is revolutionary. It's where you hear the whispers of your soul. Set aside time each day. 5 minutes is enough to sit in silence. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask, what is my soul calling me to do? Don't force an answer. Just listen. The answers may come as feelings, images, or sudden clarity. Meditation is one path to reconnection, but so is journaling, prayer, or walking in nature. The key is presence. When you're present, you align with the divine energy that flows through you. This energy is the source of your ambition, and it's limitless. Laziness fades when you tap into it because you're no longer running on human willpower, but on divine flow. A practice to try. Write a letter to your higher self. Ask, what do you want me to know? What's holding me back? Then, without overthinking, let the words flow. You'll be amazed at the wisdom that emerges. This exercise bridges the gap between your conscious mind and your soul, helping you see laziness as a call to realign. Story. Consider Sarah, a woman with dreams of starting a nonprofit. She spent years too lazy to begin, distracted by social media and self-doubt. One day, she started meditating daily, asking her higher self for guidance. In the stillness, she realized her laziness was fear of rejection. With this clarity, she took one step, researching nonprofits, and momentum grew. Today, her organization helps hundreds. Your higher self is always speaking. Will you listen? Section 4. Rewiring your mind for action. Your mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be a prison. If you've labeled yourself lazy, you've wired your brain to believe it. Every time you say, I'm too lazy, You reinforce a neural pathway that makes inaction feel natural. The good news? Your brain is malleable. You can rewire it for action. Neuroscience shows that habits are formed through repetition. To overcome laziness, create a new habit loop. Cue, action, reward. For example, set a cue, e.g., placing your journal on your desk. Take a small action, write one sentence, and reward yourself, a sip of coffee or a quick stretch. Over time, this loop becomes automatic. Spiritually, this is about co-creating with the universe. You're not just changing habits, you're aligning your mind with your divine purpose. Affirmations can help. Try saying, I am a vessel of divine action. My ambition flows effortlessly. Speak it daily and watch your self-perception shift. A practical tool, the 2-minute rule. If a task feels overwhelming, commit to doing it for just 2 minutes. Want to write a book? Write for 2 minutes. Want to exercise? Stretch for 2 minutes. This bypasses resistance and often leads to longer action. Reflect. What's one habit you can start rewiring today? Pick something small and commit to it for a week. You're not just building a habit, you're telling the universe, I'm ready to move. Section 5. Overcoming fear disguised as laziness. Let's get honest, much of what we call laziness is fear in disguise. You don't avoid action because you're lazy. You avoid it because part of you is scared. Scared of failing, of being judged, of discovering you're not enough. This fear is human, but it's also a liar. Spiritually, fear is the ego's attempt to keep you safe. But your soul knows better. Your soul knows that growth lies beyond fear, that every step toward your ambition is a step toward your divine purpose. The Bible says, perfect love casts out fear. That love is within you, love for your dreams, your purpose, your creator. To overcome fear, name it. Write down what you're afraid of. I'm scared my business will fail. I'm scared I'm not talented enough. Seeing it on paper strips away its power. Then ask, what's the worst that could happen? Often, the worst-case scenario isn't as bad as your mind makes it. Next, take one brave action. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. If you're scared to start a project, share one small piece of it, a blog post, a sketch, a pitch. This act of vulnerability rewires your brain, proving you're stronger than your fear. Story. Michael, an aspiring musician, spent years too lazy to share his songs. In truth, he feared rejection. One day, he posted a 30-second clip online. The response was overwhelming. People loved it. That small act of courage led to gigs, collaborations, and a career. What fear is holding you back? Name it, then take one tiny step past it. The universe will meet you there. Section 6. Aligning ambition with purpose. Not all ambition is equal. If your goals don't align with your soul's purpose, your spirit resists, and that resistance feels like laziness. You might be chasing a career, degree, or lifestyle because it looks successful, but if it doesn't resonate with your true self, you'll stall. Purpose is your soul's North Star. It's not something you find, it's something you uncover. To align your ambition with purpose, ask, what makes me feel alive? What would I do if money and status didn't matter? These questions cut through societal noise and reveal your calling. Spiritually, purpose is your contract with the divine. You were created with unique gifts to serve the world. When you align your ambition with those gifts, action becomes effortless. The Quran says, God does not burden a soul beyond its capacity. Your purpose is within your reach, but you must choose it. A practice. Create a vision board not of material goals, but of feelings and impact. Include images of joy, connection, or service. This visual reminder keeps your ambition tethered to purpose. Reflect. Is your ambition yours, or is it borrowed from someone else? Spend time this week exploring what truly lights you up. That's where your power lies. Section 7. The power of small wins. Big dreams can feel paralyzing. You want to change the world, but the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels insurmountable. This overwhelm fuels laziness, because why bother if it's too hard? Here's the secret. Small wins are the bridge to big dreams. Every massive achievement is a series of tiny steps. Writing a book starts with one sentence. Building a business starts with one email. Spiritually, small wins are acts of faith. They say to the universe, "I trust the process." And the universe responds, opening doors you couldn't imagine. The science backs this. Small wins release dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, which fuels motivation. When you complete a small task, your brain says, "I can do this," making the next step easier. A tool. Break your ambition into micro goals. Want to start a podcast? Your first goal might be research one podcasting app. Celebrate each win, no matter how small. A high five, a journal entry, a treat. These celebrations reinforce the habit of action. Story. Lisa dreamed of running a marathon but felt too lazy to train. She started with a 5-minute walk daily. Those walks became jogs, then runs. A year later, she crossed the marathon finish line, tears streaming down her face. What's one small win you can achieve today? Do it, celebrate it, and watch your momentum grow. Section 8. Creating a sacred environment. Your environment shapes your actions. If your space is chaotic, cluttered desks, endless notifications, toxic influences, your soul feels scattered, and laziness creeps in. To unleash your ambition, create a sacred environment that supports your purpose. Spiritually, your environment is an extension of your energy. A clear space reflects a clear mind. Start by decluttering one area: your desk, your phone, your mind. Remove distractions like unnecessary apps or negative news. Surround yourself with reminders of your purpose, quotes, photos, or objects that inspire you. Practically, set boundaries. Limit time with people who drain your energy. Say no to commitments that don't align with your goals. Create rituals. Light a candle before working, play uplifting music, or meditate briefly. These cues signal to your brain it's time to act. A practice. Design a focus zone. Choose a space, clear it of distractions, and add one item that inspires you: a plant, a vision board, a crystal. Work there daily, even for 10 minutes. Notice how your energy shifts. Reflect. What in your environment is holding you back? Take one step today to make your space sacred. Section 9. The role of community. You weren't meant to chase your dreams alone. Laziness thrives in isolation, where self-doubt festers. Community is the antidote, a tribe that lifts you up, holds you accountable, and reminds you of your greatness. Spiritually, community is divine. It's the universe working through others to support your purpose. The African proverb says, "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together." Your tribe doesn't have to be big, but it must be intentional. Find people who share your values or ambitions. Join online groups, attend workshops, or connect with one friend who believes in you. Share your goals, even if it feels vulnerable. Accountability is powerful. When you tell someone you'll take action, you're more likely to follow through. Story. James, an aspiring writer, felt too lazy to finish his novel. He joined a writing group where members shared drafts and deadlines. Their encouragement pushed him to write daily. A year later, he published his book, dedicating it to his group. A practice. Reach out to one person this week. Share a small goal and ask them to check in. Notice how their support fuels your action. Who's in your tribe? If you don't have one, take one step to find it. You're worth it. Section 10. Embracing imperfect action. Perfectionism is laziness in disguise. You might delay action because you want everything to be just right. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting for it keeps you stuck. The truth? Imperfect action is the path to growth. Spiritually, imperfection is divine. Your flaws, your stumbles, your messy first drafts, they're all part of your sacred journey. The Tao Te Ching says, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." That step doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be taken. Practically, embrace the 80% rule. If your action is 80% ready, do it. Write the rough draft. Share the beta version. Post the unpolished video. Each imperfect step teaches you, refines you, and moves you closer to your ambition. A tool. Set a done is better than perfect deadline. Pick a task and commit to finishing it by a specific time, flaws and all. You'll be amazed at how liberating it feels. Reflect. What have you delayed? Because it's not perfect. Take one imperfect step today. Trust that the universe will polish it. Section 11. Sustaining momentum with gratitude. Momentum is fragile. You start strong, but life, distractions, setbacks, doubts can derail you. The key to sustaining action is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, fueling your ambition with joy. Spiritually, gratitude is a bridge to the divine. When you give thanks, you align with the universe's flow of abundance. You see challenges as lessons, setbacks as redirections, and small wins as miracles. This perspective keeps laziness at bay because you're too full of wonder to stall. Practically, start a gratitude practice. Each night, write 3 things you're grateful for: a step you took, a person who supported you, a moment of clarity. Over time, this rewires your brain to seek the positive, making action feel natural. Story: Emma, an entrepreneur, struggled with laziness after a failed launch. She started a gratitude journal, noting small wins like a kind email from a client. This shifted her mindset, and she relaunched her business, stronger than ever. A practice. Today, write one thing you're grateful for about your ambition. Maybe it's your vision, your resilience, or this video. Let that gratitude propel you forward. What are you thankful for? Let it be your fuel. Conclusion. The fundamentals of unleashing your ambition. Dear soul, you've journeyed with me through the heart of ambition and the illusion of laziness. You've seen that laziness isn't your enemy. It's a sacred signal, urging you to reconnect, realign, and rise. Let's anchor this transformation in 3 fundamentals, truths that will carry you forward. You are enough. Your ambition is not a mistake. It's a divine spark, proof of your purpose. Laziness doesn't define you. It's a temporary veil. Beneath it lies a creator, a dreamer, a doer. Believe in your worth, and let that belief fuel your actions. Action is faith. You don't need perfect motivation or flawless plans. Every small step is a prayer, a declaration to the universe that you're ready. Trust the process, embrace imperfection, and watch the path unfold. You are never alone. Your soul is connected to a greater whole, the divine, your community, the wisdom of those who've walked before you. Lean on this support. Let it lift you when you falter. These truths are your foundation. But knowing them isn't enough. You must live them. Laziness will whisper again. Fear will knock. Distractions will beckon. But now you have the tools. Reconnect with your higher self. Take small wins, align with purpose, and surround yourself with light. You are not the person who stalls. You are the person who rises again and again until your ambition becomes your reality. This is your moment. The fire in your chest is still burning, brighter now. Don't let it fade. The world needs your gifts, your voice, your unique light. You were born for this, not to dream, but to do. So stand up, take one step, then another. The universe is watching, cheering, ready to meet you halfway. Call to action. Step into your greatness. Right now, I invite you to act. Pause this video and do one thing, anything, that moves you toward your ambition. Write a sentence, send an email, meditate for 2 minutes. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Feel the shift in your energy, the spark of possibility. This is how you rewrite your story. If this video spoke to your soul, share it with someone who needs it. Post it, text it, spread the light. Your act of sharing could be the wake-up call someone's been waiting for. And let's stay connected. Subscribe to this channel for more life-changing content. Videos that ignite your spirit, challenge your mind, and empower your journey. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a spark. You are not alone. You are seen, you are enough, and you are ready. Expect more videos that dive deep, lift high, and guide you to your greatest self. Comment below. What's one step you're taking today? Let's hold each other accountable. Together we rise. Thank you for being here. Now go shine.